I think a lot of them chose IJC at that point because they knew it was a significant symbolic moment for them. I mean, they knew they were the pioneers. Yeah, I think that was the same mentality for the teachers. Many of the teachers came in with a lot of experience from, a lot of teaching experience. And in coming into a new school that was starting afresh, I suppose we all came with a particular vision of how we wanted this place to be. The thing that distinguished us in our vision for this place was the fact that we had this idealistic belief that yes, the academic is important, but this child comes in with higher passions and other passions.
So back in IJC, there was a group of us who were very interested to actually set up a new club exploring the intersection of technology and the arts, and we actually got approval to set it up. And back then, I don't think it was even called NMA, it was some Digital Insight Studios or something. And then once they set it up, we actually have a lot more people who actually share the same enthusiasm and passion in this area to join us.
In framing our CCAs and etc., we realized that we could actually feed their passions by allowing the certain CCAs to evolve based on their interests. And I think one of the CCAs that was very unique at that phase in IJC was the Musicians Club. Because the Musicians Club also blossomed from the fact that we realized that in that phase we were actually we had a lot of very talented students coming in, and they wanted to form bands and things.
We formed our own band and named it Unleash because it means to unleash our potential and our passion in music. Through this band, I've learned the importance of teamwork, and I've come to realize that it is not about how well one can play in his or her instrument, but rather the ability to blend together and play as a band.
The trip to Vietnam was my first overseas trip and also my first overseas community trip. So for me, through the 6 days trip, I get to experience a lot. Through all these activities that I got to participate as a student, it allows me to put myself in the shoes of others. After graduation, I joined as a Singapore Sports Council volunteer. So I get to volunteer at many sports events such as the Youth Olympic Games, the Singapore Badminton Open.
Us into being a good leader was and more specifically student council that we learn here go a long way in showing to climb a mountain. It's not that easy, especially do it without porters or guides. You have to have the resilience, the perseverance to push forward. So we thought that we should do something for this, for society or the underprivileged segments in our society. So we thought, why not turn our passion into a tool to run a social campaign. So we thought, let's climb mountains to raise funds for the disabled, because in a metaphorical sense, the disabled climb mountains every day.
People there have a very compassionate heart, I feel. There's this tendency to act, even though, sometimes people always say we have to walk the talk. But I think from my peers and from the teachers I've met, this passion has been turned into action.
So we started Operation Thank You as a means of showing our appreciation to the painters and repairmen that are in our school. Machine from the teachers, and then we made cards, we printed them out, thanks to the help of Mr. Lee as well.
There was already this team working out the programs and things like that. This very young team of teachers. And if you look at our profile of people, it is still sustaining that whole thing. We've got very talented young people teaching in IJC.
Between teachers and students, I think these two groups of people, both of us equally impact each other. As seen from our project, right? Teachers have been inspired by our project and have taken the step to push it further. Buying breakfast for our cleaners in school and the painters.
Innova family, we believe in this mantra of high care, high expectations. And what we mean by high care is that we provide high level of care for our students, be it in their academic pursuit or in their welfare. We lend a listening ear to students who face challenges in personal life and they wish to share their concerns with us. That being said, we set high expectations of our students. We want them to do well and move on to further their studies in universities in their preferred courses. As teachers, we also set high expectations for ourselves. So we continuously improve ourselves through reflections, attending courses to learn new pedagogies, to get new ideas, and then we work in teams to collaboratively explore new pedagogies that suit our students in order to help them to learn better.
I realized that IJC is a safe place to take risks lah. And through all this risks that I actually took in my JC times, I actually managed to learn a lot. There are other teachers like Mr. Lee, who was my physics teacher. So I remember him the best for always asking a question whenever you ask him a question. So he will always say, what do you think?
I keep coming back to IJC because I believe that there are potentially a lot of artists present in IJC, and there's a lot of potential in them finding the artistic side of themselves and then expressing it, and the opportunities are just boundless in that way. And that's why I believe that if students are given more opportunities to learn of these technologies, learn of these softwares, learn of these avenues, definitely they have more avenues in the future when they are looking for a job or whether they are going for university.
I would like to thank Miss Serene Chong. She's a very dedicated econs teacher. She's also very approachable and friendly. There was once where I felt very upset and very tired from a whole day's worth of work. Then during consultation, she noticed that I felt very sad. So when I went home, I received a very encouraging message from her. It says, cheer up, don't give up. There's only a few weeks left to A-levels and you have to press on. And from this very little message, it gave me that extra push to greater heights.
Let's follow our dreams, take over. Together we've come this far, and with what we've learned, we'll tell the world we're reaching for the skies, and as time will turn.